Hi in Facebook Live land. I'm coming in today because I'm really keen to talk about offers as part of the customer attraction solutions that we've been talking a little bit about over the last few days. I get a lot of questions about how salons need to frame up offers, which is why I thought it'd be quite a good topic to talk to you about, and hopefully you can get some questions. I've got a great free strategy session if you want to jump on board with that, and we can work through some of your offer objectives together. Otherwise, we can just dive right into a blog post that I have as well, which is really lays out a lot of the things that you should look at. But I thought maybe to start, I could talk a little bit about some of the offers that we have in our salon and what our objective was with them and the success they've had. So I think one of the things about offers that causes a lot of problems for salon owners is the fact that they think they're going to be devaluing their salon and they're going to attract price watcher clients, which you just don't really want, the sort of the grab one deal, dollar day deal stuff. We've never done that kind of thing, and that's not really what I want to talk about when I come down to talking about offers. It's much more a way for you to communicate, use your message and get some services out there that you want to promote. A client, if you've got a new stylist or you've got a new product, they're the great ways to think about offers and how you can get more attention on them and attract the right type of client. So one of the ones that we've done in our salon that's been a really big success is when we got Olaplex in. We really wanted to be able to promote that to customers, and it was a complex idea for them because it was a new type of product, and we didn't really what we really identified, and this is a great tip, what we identified is the customers were having a problem with using Olaplex at home. Not that it was a hassle, that's what they didn't like. They didn't like having to put it in and then shampoo it out and sort of go through this process. They loved the effects, but it was just this extra step that they didn't really love. So we, put our heads together and thought, well, how can we solve that problem for our clients, which is a great basis and a place to start with an offer. How can you solve problems for your clients? So we put together a thing called the Olaplex Club, which, it identified who it was for, which is step number one. We identified how the product that we were going to do, which was Olaplex, and how we were then going to structure it as number three. So we structured it in a way that people could come in either twice a month or once a month to have their Olaplex treatment done in the salon, plus having their hair blow dried. So it was, a 3/4 hour service that anyone in the salon could do, which was another big bonus for us. We wanted, number four is to figure out who the service is going to be done by. For us, it enabled us to fill up our juniors and our trainees doing blow dries and treatment services, which weren't a drain on the girls that were already quite full, and enabled us to be able to get the use of that product out there, and the girls could talk about it and have this whole discovery around the way that the product was being introduced in the salon. And it gave us that dedicated time where we could talk to them, and by the end of that first visit they were pretty well educated. We started with an introductory month at a set price. It was, the next thing you've got to think about is price. So we decided that we were going to really heavily reduce the cost of a traditional blow dry and a treatment, and if they bought a month at a time, which they pay for in advance, and then there's another deal if they buy 6 months at a time. So it was, a no-brainer for people that they weren't having to buy the Olaplex to take home either. If they only wanted to use it once a week, it took away the cost of that. It meant they were coming in once a week and having their hair blow dried. So, the great thing about who it was for, it was something that we could really market to our existing clientele. We do get new clients coming in for it as well, but because it was for the existing clientele, it was easy for us to pull in all our marketing strategies in place, our emails and our adverts that go to our clients, so they could see it everywhere. When we're promoting that to new clients, they tend to have been warmed up quite a lot with Olaplex awareness campaigns that come to them first, and then they see that they can come and try it in the salon in that way, and that works really well. So we've identified the product, we've identified who's going to do the service, we've identified what cost it's at. We've bundled it together. When Olaplex shampoo and conditioner came out, we actually added that in as a bonus promotion as well for that one time when we were promoting that. So we were looking at opportunities around being able to really secure those customers as Olaplex customers. Now these customers were coming in and having, the cut and colour by other people. They were not necessarily going to that person for the Olaplex service, so it was fantastic. We really benefited from having the exposure to that product, and we became very well known as an Olaplex salon, and it's just been win-win the whole time. We do have, terms and conditions around that service, but it's been great. So that's an example of an offer that you could do if you've got another product that you could put together with blow dries and encouraging those customers to come once a week. We also have one where they only come twice a week. It's a little less. They get less of a benefit from the price, but it's not something that there's still a very good deal. Another offer that we have in our salon, which is quite different, is for new customers to come, and we have a little bit of a tiered system around this, and we use a lot of online digital marketing techniques to bring this to life. So it's more structured, it's more detailed, but the way we unpack it is the same. Who is it for? It was for new customers. And what service did we want to promote? We wanted to promote colour work and high level colour work. We're quite a high-end salon, so the cost of our colour work is quite expensive compared to some other salons locally, and the barrier for sort of entry into this promotion is that our customers have to spend a certain amount of money, and once they get to that spend threshold, they get a gift voucher. So, we bundle things together to get people to that level of spend. It's either, your half head of highlights, your cut, your toner, your conditioning treatment. We have another one, which is another much higher level again, where a product gets included once they get to a certain level of spend. So rather than looking at it as, throwing something out on Facebook and saying, hey, foils and cut $99 today, that type of offer, we structure it all around people, new customers. They go through a system with online marketing. They go to pages, they get email confirmations, they get delivered a voucher. And then when they come in, they apply that voucher to the cost of the service that they've had. So with that type of offer, what we're attracting, is really people that would spend quite a bit of money on their hair anyway. We don't really attract people that have been box dyeing their hair at home or having cheap home hair highlights, that type of thing, because it's quite a step up in price. And what we tend to find we're attracting with that is people, clients from other salons who have seen our work. They see, we're very active on social media, so we're out there the whole time promoting ourselves. And then when customers, realise they can go onto our website, or they may come across an ad on social media that highlights this gift voucher, they then think, maybe it's time for me to have a try. Some people come from, new people in the area, so it's quite a widespread thing. But one of the things that I do in my salon, and it is, what I talk about all the time with all this coaching and stuff, is strategies. So what I put in place here is a huge amount of data analysis and strategies to find out whether doing this voucher was increasing the lifetime value of customers and how they compared to people that came into our ecosystem without having got the voucher. So I've been tracking this for about 3 years now, so that's how long we've been offering that voucher. And different forms of it, we do iterate and mix it up a little bit. But I can hear someone doing the gardening. Typical when I'm trying to do this. But anyway, what I've found, the big thing about doing offers and realising about, are you devaluing your services? Why would they come back? And this type of thing. I've done a lot of tracking. And the people that come on off this voucher, the lifetime value of them to our salon is worth thousands. So yes, in the initial instance, they may be getting $30 off a $250 appointment. But then they go on to come back and refer their friends, and their friends get the voucher, and then they come back and back. So it's, it's beyond comprehension, the amount of revenue that we have got from simply having this attraction process. We find that people necessarily don't book and then go on and get the voucher and then think, oh, can I use this? We put some things in place that sometimes it's, depending on which voucher it is, this colour one particularly, they have to come at certain times. And if we're trying to promote a new stylist, we do have a criteria about who can do that stylist, because if the girls are quite busy, they don't necessarily need to be building up their clientele, then we wouldn't necessarily promote them as the person that could do that service. So we have the discretion around how we filter that into our business. But this, all the data shows that having this voucher available online is fantastic. And one big aspect of it, which again, is an online marketing technique, but people have to sign up with their email address for it. So that has the obvious advantages of then people being able to, us being able to contact them via email. We also deliver it via Facebook Messenger, so then we have them in our Messenger subscriber list. So like I said, it does have a bit more detailed aspects to it. It's something that I go into depth with in the Customer Attraction Solutions program that actually has just come out today. So I'm going to put the link to the program in the comments, and we'll be able to, you can jump over there and have a look at the page and have a look at the other inclusions in that. We have a Facebook Insider's Guide, which will help you with some of the aspects of promoting your offers. But the other big thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today when it comes down to that is that I'm offering some free coaching sessions at the moment, which are on our Work With Me coaching page on the Salon Owner Solutions website. And I'm sort of putting that out there today so that you guys can, book a call with me, and half an hour of strategies and solutions that suit your business. So, I've come up with a couple of ideas for you today, which you can, hopefully go back into your own business and think, yay, I can create this with this treatment service. I've got a girl that can do great blow dries, but she's not cutting yet, and that will help fill her a little bit. So that's a great strategy that you can use. When it comes down to how you deliver these offers to customers, potential customers, my huge advice, and I see this a lot, is people chucking offers out on Facebook to people who don't know them and then getting really frustrated with Facebook because no one takes them up. I have a whole, again, in the Customer Attraction Solutions program, we detail it at length, but I'll just give you these tips around it now. A whole way of warming people up so that when people come into your ecosystem, they learn a little bit about you, they learn a little bit about your salon, they learn a little bit about the products. So they just get this nice, slow cook of warming them up into your brand. There's branding pieces, there's awareness, there's opportunities for them engaging. So we do a lot of that with no real clear, buy my staff, here's my offer, call to actions at all. It's much more go and read this blog post, hey, here's the stylist, oh, look at this product. It's nothing harsh, it's just warming them up. And then, of course, as I've discussed about with Facebook before, there are a multitude of opportunities to then put these people into audiences that you can then target, again, with adverts that start driving home offers to them of things they've shown interest in, which that is the strategy behind making Facebook work for your business, way more than just, discounting your services, throwing up an ad, we call it spray and pray. You just spray it out there and pray like hell somebody is going to give you a call. There is a much bigger strategy around that. So, really excited to be able to get some people on the program and, help their salons have a strategy. It's not complicated. I've just figured it all out myself and adapted a lot of online marketing strategies for salons, and because I'm in the salon and I see how the customers are responding and what works and what doesn't, I've had offers that haven't gone anywhere, and I've had ones that just, you get so excited that everyone's so excited about them, and you've hit the nail on the head. And that's the scientist mindset, that's the entrepreneurial mindset that you need as a business owner, so that you test and try things and find what works and keep doing more of that. That's another one of my big mottos that I like to say, because I don't always hit the nail on the head, and I don't know anybody that does. And getting disillusioned with putting offers out there and not really having much response can, you've kind of just got to get back up on the horse and try something else, because you will find something that works for you and your customers. I've got a list of a few questions, and I just don't want to make sure that I've not covered those today, because I have people that ask me these sort of questions all the time. I think I've sort of, covered the aspect about the platform for it. It's great to have your email service provider. It's great to have a website. It's great to have your Facebook and IG pages, being able to warm people up and then target the people who have shown interest with your offers. Putting it together, I've given you a couple of examples of how to bundle things together. With bundles, the big sort of three things there's more than that, there's things you've got to really think about is who is the offer for, and who's going to be doing the offer. Putting a bundle together, thinking about the services, the add-ons. My big, another thing I say a lot about is don't try to sell treatments as an add-on and think people are going to feel that they're getting value. You don't really want to say, come and pay for your foils and your colour and I'll give you a free treatment. The perceived value is not really there. People would rather feel like they were getting a bundle of services together that they were getting their colour at a better price, and that, we get all these things extra, like an extra head massage, and, the way you communicate all the value-added services that someone will get. I actually have some posts written out like that in the Facebook post template package that we have, which I've mentioned before, but again, that's on the website if you're interested in getting some Facebook ad templates. So, put your bundle together and think of the bonus part about it. The big thing is to work out the price. Again, like I said before, don't worry about the fact that it may be $30 that you're taking off the price of something. If someone comes back 2 or 3 times and pays full price and recommends friends, it's just so worth it. $5 off a $200 hair appointment, that doesn't excite anybody. The one point I haven't talked a little bit about is the urgency aspect. When you've got an audience of people that are interested in the product, are interested in the service, that you can get, they're kind of quite close to making that decision to want to come in and buy. Maybe they've, that they've been in your ecosystem, reading your emails and such for a bit of time. The thing you need to add in there is a little bit of scarcity, a little bit of urgency. This offer runs out at the end of next week. We have this now until so-and-so's full. We only have 10 spots at this price. Think a little bit about how you can make people make a decision, because a undecided brain doesn't make any decisions, and you want them to make a decision. With this, I often think about, think about yourself, how often you're on a website or you're cruising around booking a holiday or looking at a ticket you want to buy, and something interrupts you. You stop, the doorbell rings, the phone rings, your dog's barking, or anything like that distracts you from that, and then you forget about it. I've actually just done that exact same thing myself. I'm desperate to go and see Brené Brown in Sydney or Melbourne in August, and I keep thinking, God, I've got to go back to buy those tickets, and oh God, if I go back and they're all gone, I'm going to throttle somebody but myself for doing the thing that everyone does. So anyway, just remember a little bit about that you just want people to make a decision. If the decision is not to come to you and your offer, then they'll go somewhere else, and then they'll see your stuff. If they've got that close down your sales funnel, that you've got their details, or that you've got them in a custom audience off your social media stuff, they'll keep seeing you come back round. I think that's one thing with the hairdressing salons too. People aren't necessarily going to make a decision straight away. They may have a regular stylist. It may just take a little bit more time to get that customer to make a decision, and they may come the next time or the next time. So, just always remember you're paving the way for people to come back to you. You're always there. Your services are there. That same offer might not be there. Maybe it's a different one. But, just remember about a little bit of urgency and scarcity. You can set timers up on pages. You can, put things in your emails. It's, there's lots of things there that you can do around that. So the other thing about your offers that is a good thing to do is to have a little bit of social proof. With our offers, when we're doing image offers or video things on Facebook and Instagram, we like to put pictures of work that we've done. That's social proof enough. Sometimes we put testimonials in there to show people, they've come in, had a great service, testimonial. You've just got to watch a little bit with testimonials. If you're using them as an image, is the amount of copy on them, and they're not really fantastic for ads because, Facebook doesn't like too many images. You can put it in the copy, of course, but that's just another thing. But, we have a lot of before and afters, and then we talk about, how would you love your hair to look like this? So it just layers. So, I've just gone through those layers of things that, you can put into your offer that make a big difference. Another thing that sometimes can shift people to take up your offers is adding a little bit of a cause in there. If you feel like you want to be able to align your brand, and this comes down to branding, again, something we cover in the Customer Attraction Solutions program that opened today. There is, a whole level that you can align yourself. You can donate a portion of the cost of the service to a charity or something that aligns with your branding. Having that deeper connection and building the community around your salon and your brand is also about customer attraction. And again, like I say, we go into that in the program a little bit, but there is a portion of your offer that you can refer to that you're going to be donating so much to this, or that you're going to give one away to someone within this group. So there's lots of little add-ons that you can put into your bundle. So it takes a little bit of time. Think it through. Don't get disillusioned. I have an incredible blog post that goes, and you can read through it, because obviously this live, it's just coming at you hard out. So go onto the blog post, and I'll put the link in the comments when I've finished this, because my community manager girl is not on today. She's doing other things, so I'll be putting some links in. I'll put one in to the program that opens today. I'll pop one in there as well for the strategy sessions that I mentioned earlier. It'd be great if any of you would like to talk to me for half an hour to unpack an offer that may work for your salon. That's something that we have open to you guys that have participated in the Facebook group and also on the Facebook page. So look at that, and also I will pop in the blog post URL so you can go and read and follow up. And any questions, this live's going to be around on the page for a little while. It's going to be posted in the group, and you can just get on there, ask me some questions, and I'm hanging around for a couple of hours to hopefully be helpful. And at the end of the day, my huge interest for you guys is that you can unpack some of the mystifying aspects of online marketing for your salon. It doesn't need to be that way, and that you can speak to your customers in a truly authentic and really heartfelt way that doesn't feel salesy. One of the parts that we go into a lot in the program is about how to get your team on board with offers, because I know a lot of salon owners kind of struggle with they come up with these great ideas, and they could fly, but they've got a team that it's a little bit resistant. And one of the huge pillars in my upcoming program, which isn't open at the moment, but the big pillar in there is all about salon owners getting respect for what you're doing, getting your team on board with promoting. And sorry, I don't know if that's sorry if that was over my face. I don't know. Right in the middle of my bit about the thing that really gets my heart beating and I'm super passionate about is getting your leadership and getting your salons working for you, and not having salon owners feeling struggling with their teams, and getting them to do things which in this instance is to promote the offers and make the most of them. So that's something that I go into a little bit in the Customer Attraction Solutions program, because I think it's just hugely important. We can spend so much time dedicated to making our salon successful, and then we have a team that doesn't really support us in that, and that can be really frustrating. And once you get frustrated, then you're not necessarily operating from the best place either. So super passionate about that. And for now, I'm going to put those links in the comments, and I hope if you've got any questions, just chuck them down there, you'll see below, and we can get you guys getting some offers running in your salon, and you can just see how simple this is. It'd be great. Have a great week, and we'll look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Bye.